Well, there is a man who trekked 728 kilometers from Benin to Abuja. He was certainly not migrating, but felicitating with the All Progressives Congress over the victory of President Muhammadu Buhari in the 2019 polls. Doyin Dia caught him on tape.
What would make you trek from Abuja to Kebbi State?
How can I do that? From here to Kebbi? No, it's not possible, please.
700 billion naira. Just to manage, I'll just manage it.
But do you think you can really trek that long?
I can try now for that money.
What am I looking for that I'll be trekking? I cannot come and kill myself.
700 kilometers is no joke. I don't believe I can trek it.
This was the question I took to the street to have a proper direction for this storyline. Apart from the compulsory endurance trek embarked upon during my National Youth Service Corps in Jalingo, Taraba State, and perhaps the ancient folk tales told by my late grandmother, I could not have imagined that anyone would dare walk a 728 kilometers at a stretch in this jet age, all for solidarity. But that imagination is being beaten by this 30-year-old Hussaini Umar from Kebbi State. His adventure began 3 days after the announcement of the presidential elections results by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), in which President Muhammadu Buhari was declared the winner.
I cover 728 kilometers from Benin Kebbi to Kontagora, from Kontagora to Tagina, Tagina to Mina, Mina to Suleja, Suleja to Abuja.
For him, there couldn't have been a better way to celebrate the landslide victory.
I left Benin Kebbi on 26 last month to Abuja to congratulate President Muhammadu Buhari because it's not easy to defeat looters.
My curiosity on the possibility and rationale behind such a risky exercise led me to a psychologist and a medical expert.
He needs to come into a proper center where you have both physicians and physiotherapists that will assess him.
It is not impossible also that the man, because of the joy that he had as a result of the election, decided to go into such an action.
And now that the doubts are cleared, I again wonder if such ability can be harnessed for medals at the next Olympic Games.
I think it's a talent. It's someone that they can bring up and train very well if you have the sponsor.
I have interest of sport because I used to play basketball and football.
After covering about 2 kilometers, you can see I'm already panting, gasping for breath. And this goes to show that this is not an easy escapade. And like I've said, I hope that the authorities concerned can tap into this wonderful talent and encourage him to pick up sports. Perhaps Nigeria can also win a gold medal at the Olympics. Hussaini Umar says he acquired the skill from the military during his infantry training. Unfortunately, he was dismissed from service for misconduct. But rather than give up on himself or engage in crime, he obtained a form to further his studies.
I just finished school, Wazir Umar Federal Polytechnic Benin Kebbi, business admin.
Hussaini Umar's dream is to have a handshake with the Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, President Muhammadu Buhari, at the presidential villa. But whether or not this dream will come to reality, only time will tell.
728 kilometers is a record breaker. Remarkable man he is. Now, the over 150 children of Divine Wounds of Jesus Orphanage and Rehabilitation Center in the Federal Capital Territory have now moved to a new home. Emmanuel Ayimiro, who has been following the development for the past 3 weeks, has an update on the demolition saga that originally left the children in the wilderness.
These are the jubilant children of the orphanage They now have cause to be happy after the storm that followed the demolition of their former home. A development that generated a lot of controversy has brought to you on Newsline in the past 3 weeks. This new home for the children, which consists of 12 units of 2-bedroom flats, is about 7.6 million naira. Already, a check of 5 million naira has been presented to the orphanage by philanthropists to cushion the effects of the trauma on the children.
Last week, Friday, they called my son to come and receive a check from one company, but the check were cleared yesterday on Wednesday. God have answered our prayer. A good Samaritan has rescued us from pain and sorrow. Well, I even used my motor to collect some money to balance the 2.7600.
We started sharing and allocating basically where kids will stay and sleep. We'll be using 6 flats out of the 12 for accommodation for the kids. 1 flat to go for administrative offices. 1 flat to be for those stay-home nannies, like the cooks who are here most times, especially to cook in the morning and things like that. And the other 4 flats will go to their classes because we'll be resuming school after Easter. So we're also, while we're preparing for accommodation, we're also preparing for their academics.
With one problem solved, another one needs quick solution. The home is struggling to fully settle down, and that is making cooking and other services difficult for now. Again, another good Samaritan has volunteered to feed the children for now.
We are looking at feeding them for several days for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. With my team of pastors, we stop all our works, all our personal activity just to focus on these children so that this moment of trial, they won't feel it.
Now that a 1-year rent is paid to accommodate children of the orphanage, what happens when it is due for a renewal?
This is the question. What happens? This is what we are trying to get across the woman to understand. What will happen after 1 year?
If I'm really a servant of God and doing what is the will of God, He will provide a place for us.
This saga has made the Department of Development Control, which demolished the orphanage, and the Social Welfare Services of the Federal Capital Territory Administration to contemplate reviewing the assistance, structures, and operations of orphanages in Abuja for proper regulation.
Goodness to finally have a new home, all's well that ends well, and thanks to all the donors. Moving on, 13-year-old Tochi Magdalene Ndukwe of Federal Government Girls College, Leja, Enugu State, has been crowned Nigeria's 2018 Mathematics Queen. The mental pageant by the National Mathematics Center was instituted to encourage interest in mathematics, and Jibuno has details.
Queen Tochi represents the dream of the Sustainable Development Goal 4. She excelled in a series of examinations taken by 114 junior secondary school girls across the country.
Mathematics as a subject means a great thing to me. It is a subject that helps students to think.
She's not really sure of what career path to take. Well, not quite unusual at 13. Her story is a staggering contrast to many others, like Sadia Adamu, a girl we found hawking snacks in front of the auditorium where Tochi was crowned.
No, I never go to school.
She's oblivious of being left behind, despite efforts not to. Her state is a source of worry to officials of the Sustainable Development Goals in Nigeria, as well as the National Mathematical Center.
This competition will help us to achieve SDG Goal 4, that's quality education, SDG Goal 5, that is gender equality, and SDG Goal 10, which is ensure reduce inequality.
We want to catch them young, and this issue of girl child and the phobia for mathematics, has been a long-standing one. And so we felt that once we are able to catch them at that level, it will be easier for them to grow the likeness and the love for mathematics.
Their concern is germane, since mathematics serves as a foundational block for any serious science and technological pursuit.
There is no limitation that can stop our aspiration.
The victories of the first and second runners-up from Osun and Lagos states, as well as the other girls here, indicate a promising future, not just in the study of mathematics, but the number of girls out of school in Nigeria, which currently stands at over 7.5 million.
That's what pageants should be about. Kudos to Tochi and other female geniuses. Having waited many years for a dream to come true, it was boundless joy for people living around the Itakpe, Warri and Ajaokuta rail line when they saw a train cruising through the hitherto abandoned rail tracks that run through their towns. Oyinaya Kalioka, who was with the Transportation Minister, Rotimi Amechi, for an inspection tour, captured the mood of the people.
The journey started from Itakpe, a small town in Kogi State, known for iron ore mining. It was an interesting watch as the train pulled out of the station, passing through more than 40 communities along Kogi, Delta and Edo states. These communities that used to be very quiet are now bubbling due to this project. It is an interesting journey from Itakpe to Warri. Honestly, it is a journey that one should not miss, affording one the opportunity to look and admire the beautiful scenery and the lovely Niger Delta with thick forests and beautiful nature that God has endowed this area with. With every stop at the 12 stations under construction to enable the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, carry out an inspection of facilities, come the opportunity to interact with excited locals on their impression about the project.
Good things start coming in our way. Even me, I assume it's because of this place, I'm here somebody today. The opening of this place, we are benefiting from this place.
Many say the project, when completed, will bring a lot of positive change, and the plans by federal government to extend the project from Itakpe to Abuja will revolutionize transportation system in Nigeria.
The development you are looking at now will capture all train services between Abuja whenever it comes up, Itakpe, Ajaokuta, Agbo to Warri, and Warri Newport.
And this includes workshops, maintenance yards, offices, and medical facilities.
Back inside the train are different people, fascinating to watch. Those who are on the lonely side preferring to keep to themselves or taking a nap, reading or staring endlessly through the window. The lively ones chatting away in group.
Being on this train is, for me, a fantastic experience.
And those whose excitements are above board ask me why these ones in their 20s are just taking a train ride for the first time in their life, and so cannot contain their joy.
Now, wow, I can see you people are really grooving on this train.
Yes.
Can I sit with you?
You're free now, you're free.
You're really enjoying the train. I can see that. You people are just on your own world in this train.
We are so happy now. We appreciate this government because since we were born, we have not seen life like this.
Really?
We always seen on film, India film, like we have never seen in Nigeria once. This is our first time seeing these things like this, passing our community and our area.
Like since I was born, I've never experienced being in a train like this, being so cool. AC, toilet, everything being steady, like you feel okay.
You know, sometimes excitement can be contagious, and so I caught the bug.
The rail project is indeed a dream come true, and thanks to the federal government for this feat. Time for a break, more reports shortly.
You discovered the things even before you discovered being a mom. You ate the things that you would not touch before. You listened to brand new music. Now keep discovering with Molfix Newborn. Its soft and breathable surface gently touches your baby's skin. Its ultra-absorbent structure locks the liquid in. It provides the care your newborn baby needs. newborn. Happy today, happy tomorrow.
Come on, boys. Come on. Look at this guy. Yeah, that's it. Fall back. Fall back. Oh, this boys.
Tum-Tum refreshes and sharpens your senses, making you come alive. Go for it with Tum-Tum.
Sensitivity is a short, sharp pain that people experience when they have something hot or cold, and it's that little jolt that you feel is the hot or the cold getting to the nerve of the tooth, causing that discomfort. If the sensitivity is left alone, it may get worse. Dentists recommend Sensodyne. It's able to get inside the tooth and calm the nerve of the tooth down. It has years of research behind it. It works.
Relieve tooth sensitivity with Sensodyne Daily Care 40 milligrams for just 350 naira only.
Introducing new Always Cotton Soft. Its unique top sheet is as soft as cotton and gentle to your skin, offering you comfortable protection as you go about your day. New Always Cotton Soft, available in long and extra long for 250 naira only.
Introducing the new Nivea Dry Impact and Dry Comfort Deodorants. Now with quick dry effect and longer lasting fragrance. Guaranteed to keep you feeling dry and fresh all day. Proven 48-hour protection and longer lasting fragrance with the new dry deodorants from Nivea.
Son, being good at something requires strength. It requires pushing yourself. It requires putting in more. That's why the new improved Born Vita is packed with vitality and a great taste.
Hey, great news! Oral-B Strong Teeth is introducing a new formula for long-lasting freshness. And strong teeth as always. It just got better. Oral-B Strong Teeth with new formula.
Darling, what's the matter? It's your birthday. Guests are already waiting at the pool.
It's headache, cold, pains all over my body.
Cold Time Anti-Cold Tablet contains powerful ingredients specially prepared to bring you fast relief from headache, body ache, cough, flu, cold, and fever. Baby, how are you feeling now?
Wow, I feel great thanks to Cold Time Tablet.
Cold Time Tablet also available in syrup for children. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Cold Time Anti-Cold Tablet, a quality product from Embassy Pharmaceutical and Chemicals Limited. Cold Time Anti-Cold Tablet, your visa to healthy living.
Oil-producing company ExxonMobil Nigeria has cleared the air on claims that the company is on the verge of dismantling its operations in Nigeria. Senior executives of ExxonMobil set the record straight when the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Ibe Kachuku, visited the floating production, storage and offloading of ExxonMobil Nigeria. Annie Daniels captured the visit for Newsline.
The visit by the Minister of State for Petroleum, Ibe Kachuku, was like a homecoming, as he once served with the organization as the Executive Vice Chairman of Mobil Producing Nigeria Unlimited and General Counsel for ExxonMobil Nigeria affiliate upstream and downstream companies in Nigeria. This latest visit by the Minister to the FPSOs is to charge the oil production fields of Nigeria to ramp up their crude production and unlock gas in line with the gas revolution agenda.
As we're just landing, you saw the vessel pulling out. That's the 680th cargo that has been loaded, each of them approximately 1 million barrels. So that shows you the sort of volume that has been moved over the lifespan of ERA so far. Second is the fact that different from the income that you yield, there are obviously challenges in terms of continuing this production. The Bosi development is out there beckoning. It's got to have the right fiscal terms for it to work. But more important is the fact that if you look at the whole operation, a lot of gas is being reinjected. And everybody in Nigeria is talking gas, because that's got to be the parallel income stream for this country. There's so much you can do with oil. We're doing that. I'd like to see oil go up in barrels, up to 3 million barrels. But more important, I'd like to see gas begin its life. We've talked about it too much, but fiscal terms need to be agreed, PSC terms need to be agreed, commercial terms for gas need to be agreed. And once we unlock that, the issues of power, become secondary, because then they will invest. And my message here to them today is, yes, thanks for the fantastic work, but there's a huge amount of work still left undone. We have volumes and reserves here to produce for about the next 40 to 50 years. But the gas is still largely untapped.
Executive Director of Production, ExxonMobil Nigeria, Richard Lang, and the General Manager, Deepwater Operations and Joint Interest, Scott Homema, took the minister and his delegation on a tour of the FPSO. In course of the task, they debunked the rumor making the rounds that the organization has plans to quit Nigeria. Richard Lang specifically revealed that ERHA field is located in oil mining lease 133, and ExxonMobil Nigeria holds a 56.25% participating interest, while Shell Nigeria Exploration and Production Company, SNEPCO, holds the remaining 43.7% share. Lang added that the floating, production, storage, and offloading has about 2.2 million barrels of storage capacity, making it one of the largest globally.
The corporation has been here many, many years, and we intend to stay. We have ambitious growth programs to drill wells and to grow our business, to make it more profitable. And key in that is our gas commercialization. The challenge we've got here is to make the business competitive, to make it attractive, and therefore to create a regime where we can all do good work.
Moving on, although Lagos State is overpopulated, the influx of people is on a steady rise. And you know how it is with population explosion. The crowd tends to become unruly. In this report, Annie Daniels takes a look at one of the bad habits of the people in the megacity and how it can be corrected for their own safety.
Dashing across highways is one dangerous habit a good number of Lagosians have stayed committed to over the years. Some even embark on this risky and deadly exercise right under the pedestrian bridges. Worried by the number of deaths from this act, the Lagos State government erected wire mesh on medians along major roads to deter pedestrians from crossing the expressways when bridges are present. However, months after erection of these barricades, a number of them have been vandalized.
I must tell you that it's not fair on the part of government. Not only because those barricades, those ions are very expensive, but because of the purpose that it serves.
I started seeing it along a Ikorodu road many years ago.
Some of these perimeter fences are damaged beyond repair, leaving you in doubt that they will ever be able to be replaced.
It was the talk when it was coming. The brake failed and the driver jammed the cage and the cage broke.
Now those boys where they fight, street fights. Now they remove distances, then small accident don't they happen again.
But why would anyone destroy what was put in place to save his life?
If I'm living somewhere here and I want to cross over, going down to that place is such a big distance for me.
And there is no alternative for them to jump the barrier, so they have to destroy it in order to pass under it.
They break it and they vandalize it because it's government properties and people can access it publicly.
Some people they face like you know seafood, like you know sea house. Now it make they disturb government property.
Government property? Are they really government property?
Nobody brought money from his house to come and invest in government. All those money you see government used to construct bridge, roads, flyovers, footbridges, street lights, they are taxpayers' money. So government property belongs to all of us. All of us, each and every Nigerian constitutes the government. So when you destroy the so-called government property, you are indirectly or technically destroying your own property too.
So, how can people be deterred from vandalizing public structures?
We have to warn our people through media that they should try to maintain government property. And they are doing it is for our security. So we too, we should help them to at least maintain what they did for us.
Anybody that we see somebody destroying it, I think government should take a decisive action against that person.
Yes, we all need to imbibe a sense of responsibility by doing the right thing. Government property is ours to protect. Business centers, including shopping malls, eateries, hotels, and even banks in the Federal Capital Territory are currently witnessing an unusual flow of people. What is responsible for this? Momso Damian Dati went out to investigate reasons for the beehive around these commercial hubs.
It's a beautiful day in Abuja, Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory. The sun is scorching, atmosphere is peaceful though, but the weather is unusually hot. Despite that, people still have to go about their businesses.
The weather is extremely hot. The climate change effect is on the eyesight.
A lot of, things cause it, then deforestation is part of it.
The solar system change. We get more closer to the sun.
We are also informed by NIMET that we should expect this at this period of the year. So people like me are not surprised to see this. But what we do now is to see how we can help ourselves.
Perhaps this explains why people are in clusters, standing, sitting, or lying under the shades of trees to cool off or make up for the sleep they lost at night.
For the weather now, we don't enjoy sleep. I'm weak. When I wake up in the morning, my body will be weak because I don't sleep well. Afternoon, as I do is that when I know that I'm not going out, I will find somewhere inside my car and sleep.
What we do is we come under shade, we relax because breeze is more powerful, more refreshing than AC.
In the evening, when I put on my generator, I sleep well, but some of my brothers, you understand, that doesn't have light, they couldn't sleep.
Dehydration is one of the major issues that is associated with the weather. Little wonder then, residents carry bottles of water around. Sachet water vendors are also having a field day, as they do little marketing now to get buyers. It is the buyers that look out for them instead. Well, the water only settles one part of the hot weather. While the thirst or dehydration is addressed, the heat on the skin also needs some cooling. And the fact that light and lack of cooling facilities such as air conditioners are challenges.
I get something cool to cool my temper. I don't like chilled water, but just due to this weather, I don't have choice.
Gaskiya to in dai ni ji zafin ranar ya mun yawo sosai ina dan samun innuwa dan zauna dan ta dan ragu sai in fita in je in nemi abin da naci. Ina da dan abin da zan sai fiya wata ko lemu na 100 ina samu in sai in sha.
People are now trooping into mega shopping halls, hotel and eateries as if in a last-minute shopping for some special major occasion.
I feel heat. I sometimes go and sit down in the reception with the secretary. We discuss some issues. From there, I feel what I want to feel.
What do you want to feel?
So if I want to cool my body, I enter the AC.
Out of 100, let's say 75% of them came here to come and cool down the temperature.
Looking at the crowd in this major Abuja hotel, one may think they are here for a business, but let's find out.
All through yesterday, I've been here, all through yesterday. Why not? Feel good, you feel relaxed. Okay, when you come out from outside there and enter there, you feel just comfortable.
This place is cool, it's okay, and that's why you see a lot of people, inside here, they just want to receive cool air. They just now, as I'm inside the Transcorp, that's why the weather, here is cold, everywhere is AC.
I have no complaints.
While some have genuine reasons to visit here, obviously, others are on a different mission.
It's a helium at a temperature of millions of degrees. The sun is hot. The sun is so hot that everything on it is a gas. Aluminum.
Stepping in here has given me a better perspective of why people keep trooping in here. I can assure you that the weather and atmosphere is quite cool and so refreshing.
It's very, very encouraged because, if it's too hot outside, the safest thing you can do for yourself is to find shelter. It's in the same vein, if it's raining, you won't stay under the rain. So sometimes you should treat the sun like the rain.
Interestingly, despite the outcry of the heat, only 1 out of the hundreds of people on the street had an umbrella, making one to wonder why.
For those who walk on the streets, an umbrella is very, very, very important. But then again, the fashion of today does not dictate that an umbrella is part of, a man or a young man or a young woman's accessories. We see it as old school or old-fashioned, but the truth is, a lot of old school and old-fashioned things will save our lives.
It's a smart way to beat the heat. Thanks for that, Momso. Now, there is a special traditional dance by the people of Benin Kingdom. It is called the Ogi Ododua traditional dance. It is a cultural heritage because it invokes exoteric powers. Ivio Moriye will unveil the secrets behind the steps.
This ceremony, called Ugyododua, has its origin in the distant past. It commenced during the reign of Oba Erosonye. It was deployed to commemorate the return of Oromiyan, the son of Ododua, to Benin Kingdom. Ugyododua is synonymous with the Ovia deity, ritualized in the dance performances of several masquerades enacted in the Owari Enguda Azes of the palace.
The whole ceremony in Benin is the custodian, is the Webo Palace Society. Everything you see with them comes out of a Webo. And when the ceremony is over, everything will go back to where they come from.
Ugyododua is a 14-day ceremony of which the activities of the first 7 days are shielded from the public and non-initiates. What follows this is open to the public and is expressed in the diverse richness of Edo culture, as it is done more or less at the command of the Oba. Each dance routine is followed by the exaltation, the yari yari. The dancers are welcomed back by the rhythms from the Ogbelaka group.
A period of warding evil from the society, from the kingdom, and this, ever since then, has been a continuum. And we thank God and the ancestors that after 1,000 years, this festival is still going on.
Then comes the performance by the Osa and Oswa of Benin Kingdom, whose role in Ugyododua is of special paramountcy. On the 6th day of Ugyododua, the Oba of Benin, Oba Ewari II, joins the 7 masquerade dancers and chiefs in charge to perform. And on the last day, the dance became different as masquerade dancers performed solo in front of the Oba. After each performance, they returned to the Ugaroba, accompanied by members of the Webo Palace Society.
It's a spiritual performance to sanctify, to purify the kingdom. After all the hula balloons and all that, so that there will be progress, prosperity, there will be peace in the kingdom.
The purification dance performed last several years ago caused profound exhilaration among guests.
I'm really excited that all the festivals are coming back, and it shows the rich cultural heritage of our kingdom, the Benin Kingdom.
A good festival, interesting, bringing back the lost culture. I think that is one of those things we really envy His Majesty for.
Very beautiful. I really love Benin culture. I really love the history. I love the resilience.
In spite of the influence of modernity, Benin culture has remained strong. Oba Ewari II has been in the vanguard of the campaign to ward off evil and keep Benin culture intact.
Fascinating traditional dance there, and thanks Ivy for being a great guide. Don't go away, Newsline will return after the break.
These days, people get their news and information from more media sources than ever before. Some of the news and information given are fake, unverified, doctored, and manufactured to create confusion, stir disaffection, and cause disunity. Before you believe or share any news, ask yourself, is this real? Is it from a credible source? Is it verified or verifiable? Fake news is dangerous. Whether you do it for fun or for political gains, real people can get hurt. Fake news, don't create it, don't spread it.
This is a public service announcement from NTA.
You can follow us on all our social media platforms: Facebook at NTA Network News, Instagram at NTA Network, Twitter at NTA News Now, YouTube at NTA News Online, or visit www.nta.ng. For live streaming, visit www.nta.ng/live. Now, you can stay updated on the go, be it on your TV, iPhone, laptop, or iPad, or download the NTA mobile application from your Play Store or App Store. NTA, you can beat the rich.
When you hear that sound, you know that Nigeria's most authentic newscast is about to begin. NTA Network News, breaking the news for over 40 years.
The city of Kano recently played host to a roll call of distinguished personalities from diverse sectors when Farouk Adamu Aliyu, a former member, House of Representatives from Jigawa and frontline member of the ruling All Progressives Congress, gave out his daughter in marriage. Mansu Aliyu Hassan reports that Vice President Yemi Oshibajo was among dignitaries present at the prestigious occasion.
This is the first major gathering of personalities, particularly those from the corridors of power, who assemble in Kano State after the electioneering activities of 2019 general elections. Their convergence here is not political, but rather to perform religious and social obligations, specifically to witness the wedding fatia of the daughter of one of their associates, Farouk Adamu Aliyu. Vice President Yemi Oshibanjo, host Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduji, his Jigawa and Adamawa states counterparts, Muhammad Badru Abubakar and Jibril Bindo, were at the Vice President's entourage. Ministers, members of the National Assembly, traditional rulers, members of the business community, ulamas, members of the diplomatic corps were also in attendance. The solemnization was presided by the Chief Imam of Al-Furqan Jumat Mosque, Dr. Bashir Aliyu, after the payment of 50,000 naira dowry by the groom's representative.
Well, Farouk Adamu Aliyu is my brother, my very good friend, and I cherish my relationship with him. Tolerance and patience.
And I'm excited as an elder brother seeing his niece being married.
Today for you to make sure that your daughter get married is a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Farouk is more than even a brother. We share everything together.
It was a multiple celebration as friends, family and other loved ones danced to the admiration of others as bride's father Farouk Adamu Aliyu and members of his immediate family and the celebrants were also not left out.
They should always settle issues within themselves.
there has to be honesty between parties. But first of all, there must be respect for each other.
This shows that the bride and the bridegroom are from very good families.
God will bless that marriage.
They should always be patient with each other.
And I pray that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless this marriage.
And let me also seize the opportunity to thank each and every one of the people that came here. And I wish each and every one of them safe journeys back.
Wherever it is between them, they should stay between them. They shouldn't involve third parties.
I'm proud to have her as my wife because I'm sure she will give her kids the very best upbringing. Thank you.
She's very patient, caring, and loving.
Pay married life to the bride and groom. Lagos stood still recently when A's broadcaster and accomplished banker.
Nigeria, congratulations.
I would describe my husband Wahid as the best husband in the world.
He's a selfless, ambitious, and goal-driven person that always sought to add value.
I would like to wish my dad a happy birthday. He's the best dad any girl could ever ask for.
Yeah, he's always very sincere about everything he does.
In the midst of whining and dining, Wahid's sterling qualities of hard work, dedication to duty, his passion for his job has not gone unnoticed by Mr. President, who sent a congratulatory message to the man of the moment.
President Buhari commends the former acting managing director of the Bank of Industry for playing a significant role in supporting the vision of diversifying the Nigerian economy through innovative and actionable ideas.
I want to pray that God will continue to keep you in excellent health and you will continue to be of tremendous service.
Accolades for Olagunju also came from the royalty as first-class monarch spoke about the birthday boy in glowing terms.
God bless you and God bless all the works of your hand.
Officially turning 60 signals the beginning of life outside the corporate world. However, this norm may not apply to Wahid Olagunju, whose ambition has nothing to do with age.
Thank the Almighty God for what He's been able to do in my life. He also designated His own disciples whom He ordained to facilitate my journey in life.
There are many sides of this beloved broadcaster and banker, an alumnus of Paris Business School, Queen's University, Canada, among other league of institutions. Wahid Olagunju's voyage in the broadcast and banking industries spanned 35 years. Wahid's selfless service to humanity and the corporate world earned him endless encomiums.
We worked together on NTA. He was my junior colleague. I covered oil, he covered sports. And Wahid was so persevering, so driven, and so good.
More than a brother to me, brother, father, himself and his wife, they've always been there for me, I must say that.
The birthday boy is happily married with 3 children and several grandchildren who are proud of the role model.
To Wahid, happy birthday to you, and may the Lord bless you more abundantly. Wow.
60 hearty cheers to the celebrant to wish him all the best. Do you recall the little girl who presented a bouquet of flowers to the Queen of England when she visited Nigeria in 1956? 63 years down the line, that pretty damsel is now 80. This epitome of beauty is the wife of former Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority, Shingo Wigwe. Michael Olaleye captured the 80th birthday celebration of Stella Afyong Wigwe in Lagos, which attracted personalities from all walks of life.
It was a colorful evening charged with renditions depicting the sweetness and glamour of being an octogenarian. While the praises continued, the celebrant's Madam Stella Afiongwigwe was ushered into the hall with a favorite song.
You are not just big, you are not just large, you are a great God, you are a great God.
Various individuals and groups thrilled the atmosphere with special renditions.
You raise me up to more than I can be.
The presiding minister, Daniel Defo of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, described the celebrant as a woman of bravery whose virtue of love, humility, and selflessness should be emulated by all.
Brethren, there's nothing you can give God today that will excite him. What he wants is that thank you.
More captivating activities dominated proceeding at the reception, but of interest was a cultural performance by the Efik people showcasing the rich heritage of Nigeria. And for the birthday girl, being 80 feels fulfilling.
Thank you, my darling husband. God has been faithful. I've gone through water, I've gone through fire, so my standing here is a miracle.
A 10-chapter book titled Marriage, the Nectar of a Fulfilled Life, written by the celebrants, was unveiled to the public. Amidst the exciting atmosphere, Madam Stella Afiongwigwe was joined by her family and friends to cut her 80th birthday cake.
70, 80.
I was wondering how the years fly. Am I so sure about these dates? I had to go back to my diary to check, to confirm that she's truly 80. But it's just like yesterday.
And that you will get to see many, 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 many more grandchildren. Doreen, I hope you are listening. Many more grandchildren.
She's loving. She opens her hands to everybody. She gives.
I really like her charisma, that she's always out there and always talking to people, and that she always likes to be controlling and organized, and I really like that about her.
Very strong, very funny. She can light up any room she walks into, and she's just a whole personality altogether.
When she was young, she gave flowers to the Queen, which makes her a very important person, and she's very important to me.
Prayerful, cheerful, very God-fearing, very modest. Some will say humble, modest, but very, very close to her family.
And who says she's 80 without a swag? Check her out on the dance floor.
Wow, she looks really good for 80. Yes, wishing the matriarch many more years. Another break is on cue. Let's take it and right back.
Nigerians. Suicide bombers are not spirits. They are not ghosts. They are human beings like you and me. They live amongst us. They are your neighbors. They are your friends today, but terrorists tomorrow. So you must know your neighbor now. Security begins with you and me. Know your neighbor. Be vigilant. Be security conscious. Report suspicious persons, objects, and movements to the police and other security agencies. The security of our nation is a duty for you and me.
If you see something, say something. Nigeria, unite against terrorism. This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
This next report is about a young man, Habibu Bubakar Nakasari in Sokoto State, who had a tall dream and gained admission into a university to pursue a career of choice. This dream was, however, cut short when suspected thugs attacked his hostel and cut both arms. As we speak, he is receiving treatment at the orthopedic hospital, Wamako. Dalhatu Abdullahi brings details. Via discretion is advised.
Habibu Abubakar Naksali, a 200-level student of the Department of Modern European Languages and Linguistics, Usman Danford University, Sokoto, was attacked and had his hands amputated by suspected thugs. The attackers accosted and ambushed Habibu at Mana area in Sokoto metropolis, snatched his motorcycle, cut off his hands, and left him in pool of his blood. He was later rushed to hospital by members of his family and police. At the orthopedic hospital Wamako, where Habibu is still receiving treatment, and
so that healing will take place in the next few weeks. Then in few months' time, a prosthesis, that is a form of manufactured hand, will be put for him.
I'm calling the government to help me, to make sure that maybe this thing that happened to me will be conspicuously, nicely, and they return to my hand or other hands to me.
Sokoto State Police Command says arrest has been made and investigation continues.
At the moment, the police would not want to issue out any unripe or premature information, but I guarantee you that we will give you objective, verifiable facts, which will result from our investigation.
Meanwhile, Sokoto State government is to settle the medical bills of Habibu Abubakar Naksali and another person, Shehu Abubakar of Gidan Haki area, whose hand was also cut off by unknown thugs.
Some arrests have been made in these cases and investigations are on, so I don't want to preempt the law enforcement agencies that are investigating the cases. But rest assured that we're not going